What's going on, people? So the other day I made that video and I was talking about how I didn't know when I'd have shoes to talk about again because I completely forgot that these were even coming up. But here we are, now I've got something to talk about. Go ahead and let you guys know what I think and all that good stuff. Which kind of brings me to a point that I crossed my mind a little while ago. Every so often I'll see some sort of review on the internet or whatever, or at least the label of it, and it'll say like, honest review, blah 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 blah, right? And I'm thinking like, shouldn't they all be honest reviews? Like, is there that many? Are there that many people out there that are putting out reviews that are not honest to the point of where you have to distinguish yourself from the others? Or is there some sort of demographic of people out there that only want the deceptive reviews full of lies and whatnot? I don't know. It just seems a little weird to me. But anyways, what we're gonna do here is one of those honest reviews, just like all my other ones, which is why I don't say it. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at what we have going on in here in this box that I got from Foot Locker, as you can tell by that bag. So across the top, right, standard Jumpman things going on the top there. I would show you the side of the box. That's normally how this works, but there's a whole bunch of stuff on there, like personal information or whatever, so I'll just throw up a picture. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this thing and see what we see in here. Okay, things are looking pretty alright so far, but we're only halfway through because we only have the first one. Now, looking at the second one, this one looks fine too. Don't see any blemishes or anything that's really standing out, at least not to me. So I'm gonna say that everything is fine, which is good because when there are problems, that's not good. So, go ahead and push that thing off to the side and go ahead and jump on into this. We're gonna set that guy over here. And now, it is finally review time on this right here, ladies and gentlemen. The Air Jordan 12 in the Dark Concord colorway. Now, right off the top, I'm going to take a page out of the Homegrown Kicks playbook, and I would personally refer to these as the Evil 12s, because if you're familiar with New Japan, hence this here shirt, you see the connection. Anyways, now let's do this actual review that we were talking about, that honest review. Starting with the bottom. So down there, what you're gonna see is very much your standard 12 outsole, right? Nothing too flashy, though there is that nice piece in the middle where it's got like that sort of gridded thing going on, and I do like that. As I've said before, it's one of my favorite things about the shoe. And then the only part where you have anything other than black or purple or dark Concord as it is that Jumpman on the tip there. Now, moving things up over here to the rest of the midsole, on the side, everything's just blacked out. Nothing fancy about it, not a whole lot to say. Really, there's not a lot to say about this shoe overall, so this is probably going to be a fairly quick, fairly easy review. So, moving on past that, let's go ahead and talk about this upper. We'll start with this little mud guard thing on the side. So, I'm not going to say that it's like leather or whatever, because it could be something that just is made to feel like it. But it feels pretty decent, I'll give them that. So good on you, Jordan Brand and or Nike, whoever does this stuff, for making that pretty decent. And then behind there, well, kind of under there, you do have that standard Jumpman plate in the purple dark Concord color. Same with the inside as well. That one's just not labeled. Slight difference there, right? But anyways, past that, the material of this shoe, that's the thing that people often like to talk about. I personally don't put a lot of stock in what the materials are like because I go by looks of things, just a personal thing. But this is a review, not me telling you my opinions. So, this upper here, when it comes to the material of this, I'm honestly not sure what's going on with this. It feels kind of weird. It almost feels like it's close to those Bulls 12s or something, but slightly softer, at least on the, when you get further back on the shoe, around the toe box area, fairly stiff feeling. But moving past that, it's feeling a lot softer as you get further back, so that's cool. And then across the back, while we're over there, you have the standard thing on the back with the Jordan thing and the whole is inspired by the greatest player ever, all that good stuff. So there's that with like the purple and the black and a little bit of white in the Jumpman color, or in the Jumpman I should say, with the white 23 at the bottom. So there's that for you. And also, as a quick side note, because I do bring this up once in a while, when you look at the side of the 12, the whole thing about these whole rays and whatnot is because that's built off of like the Japanese flag, which is cool and all, unless you live in Korea, in which case it becomes a problem and they don't really do the whole 12s thing over there, which is not cool in my opinion. But I get it. Anyways, moving right along. Also in that dark purple, or that dark Concord color, at the top here above the laces, you do have those little lace holder thingies in there, right? Same color, nice little pop if you will. And then again with the laces, nothing fancy on these. All the Jordan laces that I've seen, with the exception of those Vachetta tans, are all very much this thin ropey style. And then behind that you've got the tongue. Now the material on the tongue almost feels kind of like a suede in a sense, but I don't know that it is. But anyways, there's a close-up in there of course for you so you can see it closer than I can show it right now. And you've got the standard 2-3 going down the tongue with the white lettering, and then at the very top you've got that dark Concord Jumpman. That time I didn't say purple, finally got around to not screwing that up. But anyways, moving on into the inside here. So there you go, I'm gonna have to work this little picture in for you so you can see that on the inside you have yet another white Jumpman with that dark Concord lying on around on the insole, so there's that for you. All in all, I feel like we've covered everything, because really, when you look at the shoe, it's basically just black and dark Concord, or purple if you're a normal human being. So there's that for you. But personal opinion, well, you know what, we'll save that for after the old sizing thing. Let's go ahead and talk about that now, shall we? So here's the thing, right? 12s to me, and to a lot of people that I've spoken to over however long, they fit a little big, right? It is what it is. I suggest going half size down, and that's what works for me. Will that work for you? I don't know. Go buy a pair, figure it out, and let me know. But past that, I don't have a whole lot else to say about the comfort, or excuse me, about the sizing, because it's very straightforward, I feel like, anyway. Now, let's talk about the comfort of these, though. So, I did wear a pair of 12s not too long ago, the University Golds, walked around in those for a while, went out to eat and all that good stuff. They're not bad, but it's still one of those things to where if you're used to like actual comfortable shoes, they just can't touch it. But like the thing is, you can't really make that comparison because it's not quite fair. But what I'm trying to convey to you guys is that these aren't super comfortable shoes, right? If you're looking for comfort, look somewhere else. As far as what they are, as far as when they were made, as far as their general purpose, on that level, they're not too bad, I suppose. So hopefully that makes some sense to you and you can look at it and make your own decision. But truth be told, again, I'm very certain that most people are buying these shoes just off of the look, much like I did. So I would say that I have said enough about the shoes, so we can go ahead and wrap that portion up. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's how I feel about these. When I first saw these shoes, this is that honest review part, I was like, oh, these are underwhelming, right? To be completely honest. And getting them in hand and looking at them up close, doing this whole review, I'm going to side with that. There is nothing special about these shoes, not at all to me. I like them, don't get me wrong. They're just not amazing, right? Because something can be good in your opinion, but not amazing, right? So that's where these sit, right? They've got the bright colors. I like that, you know. The material seems to be decent, nothing amazing. Looks a little ashy, kind of dirty in some senses, you know, but that's just what you get when you buy certain shoes. But past that, though, I don't have anything else to say about them. They're welcome in the collection. That's why I spent the money that I spent to get them. So there we go. And now we are done. So at this point, I am going to say it again. I don't think I have any other shoes coming up anytime soon. We'll see what happens, though. Until then, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. Go ahead, put some time in your day to watch the New Japan or something like that. You won't be disappointed. And then you can come back and make a comment about it, and I can be like, oh, wow, cool. Because when people do that, it warms my heart just a little bit, and then comments get pinned and joy is had. But anyways, for now, later, people.